So, Allie, you've done all these things. You're clearly an inspiration, and you're sharing that story with people, and that's good. Your daughter is growing up, and you're in a good place together now. What's do you do much looking forward, or like many Parkinson's people with Parkinson's, do you try to just stay centrally focused? I'm going to take care of right now.
I absolutely try and live day by day and really appreciate each moment. Um, my daughter keeps me on my toes, and she's such an incredible blessing. So I don't want to miss any of that. I look to the future, but not specific to my disease. To be honest, it freaks me out to think about what could happen. So I don't, because I'm not like everybody else. And what may happen to some people may not happen to me. I have seen and spoken to people that have had PD for up to 40 years. There is a gentleman that I met at WPC in 2016. He's had it for 40 years. He's in his 80s, and he still runs marathons. So, no one's future is written, and I'm going to stay moving and doing for as long as I possibly can. And I tell you what, I'm stronger now than I ever was prior. My memory and cognition is actually improved because of my job. I work full time. I care for my daughter alone. All of these things are unheard of for someone who's had Parkinson's for at least 8 years. But there's no slowing me down at this moment in time. So as far as the future goes, all bets are off.
Very good. Well, I know we wanted to talk about one more thing, which is you've written a children's book. And you said it's not exactly a Parkinson's book, but it has to do with maybe your whole experience. Give me some information on that and where we might be able to find it.
So I'm in the process of shopping literary agents right now and trying to find a publisher. I have not only written it, but illustrated it as well. And it's about the Mira cat. And Mira is my cat. Essentially, December 3rd of 2014, I went alone to the neurologist because I had gone prior, and he said, "Oh, you don't have Parkinson's. You have Parkinsonian symptoms, but you don't have Parkinson's." So I thought, I've got this. I'm good. So I go by myself. My father had left that morning to go to Hong Kong for 10 days. So for 10 days, I was by myself. And on the 3rd, he dropped the bomb, "I think you have Parkinson's." So I come home to my precious 4.5-year-old, and that's not something that you tell them. So I'm stuck with this knowledge. The very next day I went into our shop, and I walked out of my office to talk to our employees, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and it was hopping. And so at first I thought it was a rat, then I thought it was a rabbit, and it turned out it was an 8-week-old kitten named Mira. So I took her to the vet, and the vet checked her out, and he said, "Well, she's got 2 crushed hips. So I could do surgery, but it probably wouldn't help. And so I would suggest not doing anything. It doesn't seem to be painful for her. She'll just be a lame kitty." So the day before, the doctor tells me I'm broken. And then I find this kitten the vet tells me is broken. Neither one of us are going to get better. And so we grow. She runs up the stairs, she catches mice, she plays with snakes, she jumps from the top of the stairs down onto the ground. And I go on to American Ninja Warrior. last year, right before we moved, she was on the top of my dad's warehouse. And my daughter started freaking out, Mommy, how is she going to get down? And I said, cats, they're very resilient. They always land on their feet. I said, she got up there, she'll get down. And about that moment, like a superhero, she flies off the top of the 2-story warehouse, and sure enough, lands on her feet with a very sweet meow. And I took her back to the vet to get her, with the shots and everything for the move. And I asked the vet, I said, how did she heal? And he felt around and he said, she's still got crushed hips. You can feel right here. And the thing was, she overcame that. So that is what the children's story is. It's about overcoming obstacles. And it doesn't talk about Parkinson's, but it alludes to a disability in children and how neither one of us are actually broken because we don't believe ourselves to be.
Right. That's fantastic. And how fitting, like you mentioned, being an obstacle course racer and the obstacles that Mira has. What a nice tying together of those things. Allie, I can't thank you enough for sharing your story. Is there anything else I missed? You've given me so much, but is there anything else you wanted to share?
Well, just Mira stands for miracle. And I think each one of us have the opportunity to not only show ourselves, but to show everybody around us that we are 2 miracles.